Hello everyone. So I've been wanting a flagpole for a long time, and I looked at my local store and they only had the flagpoles you put in your house, the ones you put in your doorpost. And so I looked online, I looked at some YouTube videos, and pretty much all of them required a bunch of parts, or a lot of them were kits that you buy. And I just wanted a simple, sort of do it yourself, doesn't require a kit way to do it, and I couldn't really find one, so I decided to try something out myself, and I think it's a great method. Worked great so far, and I just assembled it yesterday evening and did it all quickly, really quick, just like an hour or so, from cutting down the bamboo to having the flag up. I got this flag today. I had a tiny little flag up there before, but yeah, I'm just gonna give you a sort of a step-by-step little tutorial on how to make this bamboo flagpole. So super awesome. And there's only a few materials that you need. You're gonna need bamboo, of course. You're gonna need this rope here. You're gonna need a screw or nail or something to hold to sort of tether the rope down. You're gonna need these little clips to attach the flag to. You don't actually need those. You can just tie the rope into those holes, but I think it's much easier with those clips. So I got some, and of course you're gonna need the flag. So let's start off with the bamboo. Why bamboo? Why not just use a tree branch or something like that? Well, bamboo is incredibly sturdy and incredibly tough, and in fact, they use it for housing and structures in a lot of places that make a lot of buildings out of it. For example, in Southern Asia, Southeast Asia especially, up maybe in the mountains where bamboo is one of the only resources, or one of the best. It's incredibly durable, incredibly tough, and these structures can withstand extreme weather. And they're sort of used for thatching, and used to actually make walls of buildings in certain parts of Southeast Asia. So super tough, super durable, and it's also, what's really kind of crazy about it, people don't really think about this, is bamboo is incredibly straight. I mean, you look at this, it is just as straight as any other flagpole. I mean, there's no curve to it or anything. I mean, obviously there's a variety of bamboos, and there's native and non-native here, and obviously the invasive species are a lot more prevalent. You see them everywhere. This was there's several invasive stands growing at my local park, and there's a huge stand. This is probably at most a quarter of the actual piece of bamboo I cut down. There's everywhere, so I just decided to cut one down and use it, and I had to cut a ton off. This is only a fraction of it. This is like the bottom part of it, and it's really huge and incredibly durable and hollow inside, but that does not mean it's not tough. And again, it's perfectly straight, so you don't just want to use a branch, because branches are crooked and will probably rot away. This does not really rot away very easily. That's why people use it for structures, and especially wet areas. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to need some bamboo. So bamboos can be found in many parts of the world. Like I said, it's native here, but the native species are kind of grass-like. I mean, all bamboo is grass-like, but they're small, little grassy bamboos. They don't really have trunks on them. These are big trunking bamboo from Asia. So, this is an invasive species here, but I think it looks kind of cool. So I went to my local park. This is like a 5-minute walk from me in my local park. Just down the path, there is a bamboo forest. There's several of them, several species, in fact, and went down, took my saw, cut one down, cut a section of it, the bottom section is the thickest and sturdiest, and I took the biggest one I could find, and I sawed it up. It took me maybe 20 minutes at most, probably around 20 minutes, and I just sawed it down, sawed it up, brought this piece home. It's incredibly light. I mean, this is at least 12-foot section of bamboo, because I remember I have it buried a little over 2 feet underground. So yeah, you get your bamboo, bring it home, and then here's my little piece of advice. Do all of the cutting and sort of insertions into the bamboo, like where you need to cut the spacious holes for the rope. Do all that before you actually put the bamboo up. It's one thing to do it on the ground where you actually have leverage and stuff, and it's another to try to do that on top of a ladder. That's not gonna go great. So what you're gonna want to do is what I did was I made 4 holes at the top here. You can see 2 in the front and 2 in the back here. And I did it with my pocket knife, actually. I just sort of dug in, sort of scraped away, got a hole sort of wedged in there, and twisted my knife around, twisted like a sort of bottle opener around, and got a nice hole, and then stuck the rope through. If you have a power saw or a power drill, that is much, much, much easier. That just creates the hole in a second instead of all the time I took to do it. And then, yeah, so 2 there and 2 on the back. So what you want to do is make 1 hole just on the right. You want it near the top, but not right at the top. So and then make another hole directly across it, so on the other side of the bamboo. Then from the first hole, go over a little bit, maybe an inch or so, or a little less, maybe even, not too close though, and then make a hole on the other side of that. So that way you have 1 hole that the bamboo goes in, you got another one where it comes out, then it wraps around, goes back in the bamboo, and then the rope comes back out there for the flag. So yeah, that's what I do. And then one thing I've been thinking about, because it's kind of hard to actually get the flag up, I use a ladder, is getting another piece of rope that I sort of tie through there and have it dangling to the ground so that I can pull the rope out and sort of get some, you know, get a little bit of rope through to pull it back. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but yeah, you could do that. Add another piece of rope just to pull the rope through, help sort of tug it. But yeah, this works. And then what I've done, I did it 3 times because I tried 3 different locations. I decided to go lower just in case I put a second flag in there at some point. But what I did is the exact same thing. I used my pocket knife. That's probably the hardest way to do it. Again, if you have a power drill, so much easier. You know, just make a little hole here, stick a screw or a knife in, or a nail in there. I used a screw. I stuck it in there, and then, you know, it might be a little wobbly. So what I did is, if you keep pushing it, you push it hard, push onto it, and turn it, it actually digs into the back wall of the bamboo, and it actually is very sturdy and in place. It was wobbling around before, but then you stick it in there, you sort of screw it in, so it sort of gets gets the, you know, little ridges, blades in there, and it stabilizes itself and holds on. So again, this is for tethering down the rope. So you have the rope, and you know, you're gonna want a big section of rope. I may even have put too little rope. You know, it works, but I gotta keep going lower. Always want to have more rope than you think is necessary, just in case you need to cut some sections off, or just to be safe. So I'd say, see how much rope you need to dangle it down to the spot you want, and go back up, and then give it a little bit more. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to take the rope, and then obviously you want it to have 2 ends, not just be a loop, and each end you're gonna need these little snap clips here, and you're gonna want to again, you can use different ones than I use, but you're gonna want to take the rope, tie a knot around the clip. Again, that's not the best knot, but it's just a simple thing. I might change it at some point. Take the rope, tie it around there, and then do the same thing at the top. So yeah, you're gonna want to clip that on. And then the other end of the clip, obviously, you want to make sure that you have a flag that is meant for poles. Again, those ones will have these brass holes here. You know, some flags, obviously, they're meant to go. I mean, a flag that's meant to go on like a flagpole. Some of them are meant to go on the flagpoles in front of your house, and they'll just have a slip here where the pole goes through. And you do not want those kind of flags. So yeah, that's sort of how you do it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Again, bamboo, maybe you don't have bamboo where you are. It's native to a lot of areas. You want the right sturdy bamboo. You want it to be nice and thick. And I mean, if you have bamboo, if you can do this incredibly cheap. The only things I bought were the flag itself. I have another flag, but it's one of those that goes on a pole on your house, so it didn't have the holes. And I also bought these little snap-ons, but again, very cheap. And everything else I had, and harvested the bamboo myself. Incredibly easy. I think it looks pretty great. And I have to give you guys a video when there's actually wind. There is 0 wind right now. It is incredibly calm, so maybe it doesn't look as cool as it would blowing, but that's how to do it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Let me know if you guys have tried something like this, or if you want to. I've been wanting a flagpole for a while, and I'm glad I finally assembled one myself, so I think it looks pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. Have a good one, and take care.